We have returned to Quilt's installation training series. In this video, we're going to show you how to deep clean a quilt indoor unit. Annual maintenance is necessary to ensure efficiency, extend system lifespan, and maintain a valid warranty. Here's what you'll need: safety glasses, protective gloves, a Phillips screwdriver, a power drill, a fin comb for straightening coil fins, a ladder or step ladder, securing tape such as HVAC rated tape, waterproof cloth tape or painter's tape, adhesive wrap or a plastic shield, a drain skirt, a wall protection strip, a low pressure HVAC coil cleaner sprayer with extended cleaning nozzle, coil cleaning fluid or spray, general purpose spray cleaner, a soft bristle cleaning brush, a collection bucket, a soft absorbent cloth, a wet-dry shop vac with a soft brush vacuum attachment, and a crevice attachment, a drop cloth or floor cover, and a headlamp or work light. Before you begin, make sure the unit is completely powered off. Use the AC disconnect and turn off power at the breaker, or, if available, the indoor unit disconnect switch. Let the unit cool down before touching any components. Set up a ladder directly in front of the indoor unit. As you remove components, place each of them in a safe and clean area. First, remove the front cover. Hold the bottom corners of the front cover and gently pull away from the wall. Then remove the air filters. The two air filters sit on top of the unit. Look for the small lip at the front of each filter, then pull upward. Next, remove the Quilt Sense module. Use a Phillips and not a power drill to remove the two screws. Slide the module straight out and store each Sense unit in a secure spot to prevent damage to the pins, and be careful not to mix them up between rooms. Now it's time to remove the side panels. Locate the two screws on the front of each side of the unit and remove them. Then pull each side panel away from the wall. Next, remove the central housing. There are 6 screws that secure the central housing, 4 across the front and 1 on each side. Remove the screws, then pull up on the black tabs at the top of the unit. Once the tabs are free, grip the front corner from the top. Firmly pull outward and down to detach the housing, then carefully lift up and away. Finally, let's unscrew the heat exchanger. There are 4 screws holding the heat exchanger, 2 on the left and 2 on the right. If the heat exchanger needs to be lifted to clean out debris, only lift from the left side, and no more than 2 inches, or about a 28-degree angle. Be especially careful not to apply pressure to the refrigerant pipes on the right. These are fragile and can leak if bent or stressed. Start by cleaning the air filters. Shake out any debris and rinse the filters in a sink to loosen trapped particles. Let the filters air dry before reinstalling. Then, using the brush attachment, gently vacuum the heat exchanger using up and down strokes to avoid bending the delicate coil fins. If needed, use the soft bristle brush to dislodge dust. Then, using the crevice attachment, vacuum the area beneath the blower fan and around the finger guard. To prepare for wet cleaning, first inspect and prepare the electrical terminals. Check all screws and tighten them if needed to ensure secure connections. Look for any corrosion, discoloration, or damaged insulation. If you spot any damaged components, replace them or contact the installation partner if replacements are not available. Next, cover the electrical components and seal vulnerable openings. Start on the front side of the unit. Cover the control panel and the Sense module port using adhesive plastic wrap or an electronics-grade shield. Seal the edges securely with tape. Use HVAC-rated tape, waterproof cloth tape, or painter's tape. Avoid any tapes that could damage the wall or paint. Next, cover the motor and sensors on both the right and left sides of the unit. It's super important to seal the top edge of the unit where it meets the wall. This helps keep water from seeping behind the housing. Wedge a hard plastic shield, typically included in drain skirt kits, into the gap between the heat exchanger and the back wall. Now let's install the cleaning skirt. Follow the product's instructions to secure it along the length of the unit. Make sure the drain port is angled downward, attach the drain hose, and run it to a floor drain or bucket. Next, set up and turn on the wet-dry vac. Head outside to the condensate line outlet. Attach the vacuum hose to its end. This will pull out excess moisture and prevent blockages in the line. And for the final check, go over all barriers with a light press to check for loose edges or wrinkles. Wet cleaning removes heavy dust, biological material, and other stubborn buildup. We'll start by cleaning the evaporator coil. Using the low-pressure sprayer, spray water or cleaning solution evenly across the surface of the heat exchanger. Next, spray canned coil cleaner evenly across the heat exchanger and allow it to sit for at least 2 minutes. For stubborn buildup, use a soft brush to gently loosen debris. Next, clean the blower wheel. Access the blower wheel through the louver openings using an extended sprayer head. Spray directly into the blower wheel, making sure that it spins. This ensures the entire surface gets coated and helps break up debris. If using a higher pressure spray, spray upward through the louvers to help spin the wheel. Now let's clean the drain pans. If needed, gently lift the left side of the heat exchanger, no more than 2 inches to avoid damaging the refrigerant pipes. Spray into both the front and rear drain pans. Debris often settles here, so be thorough and pay special attention to the drain outlet to prevent clogs during rinsing. For the final rinse, switch your sprayer to clean water. Give the coil, blower wheel, and drain pan a final rinse using a low-pressure spray, and let the water fully drain into the collection container. After the water has drained, check that the internal components are free of buildup. If they're not, repeat these cleaning steps until the indoor unit is fully clean. To wrap up, remove the cleaning skirt. If you notice excess moisture around the unit, use your vacuum to clean it up. Wipe away any remaining water with an absorbent cloth. We took everything apart and now it's time to put it all back together. Hand tighten the 2 securing screws on each side of the heat exchanger. If you notice any bent fins, use a fin comb to straighten them. Next, reattach the central housing. Align the black tabs at the top, then press down until the tabs click into place. Use a screwdriver to install the 6 screws, making sure not to over-tighten. Then double check that the tabs in the back are still secure. Now let's put the side panels back. Slide each side panel straight onto the unit. To ensure that the panels are seated properly, check that the hooks at the rear of the panel are attached to the housing at the top and bottom. Then secure each panel with their 2 screws. The Quilt Sense module gets reinserted next. Each Quilt Sense module is assigned to a specific room, so make sure you're installing the correct one for this unit. Carefully insert the module. Once the magnets engage, the module should sit flush. Then use a screwdriver to hand tighten the 2 M3 screws. Then the air filters go back in. Place both filters on the top of the unit. Push the filters inward until the magnets engage and they sit flush. Now let's put the front cover back. Hold the cover by its bottom corners and align the slots on the back of the cover with the top cleats of the indoor unit. Hook it in, then let the panel pivot down until the magnets secure it. With the indoor unit fully reassembled, it's time for the final step. Spray a non-abrasive cleaning solution onto a clean, soft cloth and gently wipe down the exterior casing. If the front panel has a wood veneer or painted finish, use a mild soapy water mix instead of standard cleaners. Now let's clean the louvers. Use the same method as on the front panel to wipe each louver clean. Make sure to support the back of each louver to avoid bending or damaging the hinge. Then use a dry cloth to remove any leftover moisture. The unit can now be powered back on. And that is it. Congratulations! With the cleaning complete, the unit is now so fresh, so clean, and so ready for optimal performance.